The 4-day prayer that opens all doors. The January new moon, money, marriage, and destiny release. Do these prayers for 4 days. Between 17th to 20th, all doors will open unto you. Money, marriage, favor, healing, visa, jobs, contracts, and everything you ever desire. There are moments in time when heaven does not answer prayers the same way. Between January 17th and January 20th, this particular month, 2026, 4 spiritual days align, and on January 18 and 19, destiny, money, favor, open door are spiritually distributed. If you miss this window, you may struggle all through the year, especially in February. If you align, 2006 will open to you effortlessly. This is why 19th is when money is shared spiritually, like I normally share with you in this particular channel. You may never hear it from any other place because believe me, God, who is the author and finisher of this channel, reveals secrets that may not be known to human. Number 2, 18 is the new moon day. You have to know that spiritually, the real day that the moon started is actually the new moon. That is why it is very, very cardinal. And if you follow me to the end of today's video, I will share more about this. But before then, please give this video a like so that YouTube algorithm will also shift it to other people that need it. As it is so, may God bless you. Welcome back to this our beautiful family. If this is the very first time you're finding yourself in this family, you're highly welcome. Please kindly hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Before we go ahead into this video, I wish to remind you that Awakening Mind Spirituality Global Academy, a brainchild of this particular channel, is admitting new students who is going to pass through our apostolic and prophetic training, because believe me, the Bible says by the hand of prophet, God delivered the children of Israelites, and by the hand of prophet, he took them to their promised land. If you must enjoy your promised land this year, my dear, you need a high doses of our spiritual knowledge, opportunity where we rub minds together. You'll be able to ask your questions and you'll be answered. You'll be able to get blueprint of spiritual direction that will help you to solve your problems. We share deeper spiritual impact that is not studied in the channel like this. So, and it's also an opportunity to get a working document you can actually transfer and use to teach your children about spirituality, because believe me, the current move of God is all about spirituality, apostolic and prophetic move, and you need to be enrolled into the armies of the living God. You can actually chat to me with the WhatsApp number playing on your screen right now in order to be part of it, and also check the pinned comment for more details. As you come on board, may God bless you, because believe me, the price of ignorance is more. So that having been said, let's get into the video. First of all, let me talk about why this prayer actually works. You see, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Psalm 104 verse 19 says, he appointed the moon for seasons. Isaiah 60 verse 1 says, arise and shine, for thy light is come. The fact is this, God uses seasons, days, and signs to release blessings. The new moon is not an astrology, it is a biblical timing. Why must you as a Christian observe the new moon? Very, very important. Colossians 2 verse 16 says, let no man judge you in respect of a holy day or of the new moon. And 1 Corinthians 23:31 says, to offer burnt offerings unto the Lord in the new moons. Ecclesiastes 46 verse 1 says, the gate of the inner court shall be opened on the Sabbath on the day of the new moon. Have you seen that the Sanctus Sanctorum, the gate of inner court, will be open, that you will be able to go in and obtain mercy in the time of need? Meaning that those things that have been difficult in your life, you have been asking, you have been praying, it seems that it's not working, you can actually get answers to it in the new moon, because there is a special energy, a spiritual power that is actually released on this universe that helps us to manifest whatever we want. And that is why we Christians, if we don't take advantage to possess our possession during that period, you will see the enemy and his agent sending different types of arrow in that period. That's why during new moon, you will notice that if somebody is a lunatic, the person becomes a kind of, the problem becomes more. You see the person manifesting more. Likewise, if there is any ability you possess, if there is any need you have, if you take advantage and do certain spiritual direction, you'll be able to manifest it more without much effort. So you need to understand that gates open on the new moon, as and also on every 19th of the month, because that was when money is shared spiritually. Everything you possess on this earth is first of all received spiritually. And if you must a kind of be in affluence and not suffer financial lack in the month coming, that's February, you have to get some share of money spiritually on this particular 19th. And when you get that money, which apparently some of them manifest physically on 28th, you notice that February will be easier for you, all right, when it comes to money. Now, it set the tone of the entire year, because this particular new moon is the first moon of this 2026, which make it to set the tone of the entire year. The way you will enter this particular month, the way you will unlock it will determine what you will get in the entire year. And the type of this new moon is called Capricorn, because it governs discipline, structure, and destiny direction. So the reason why some people are not making it is lack of discipline. The time is supposed to be in your workplace, you couldn't go, something else is distracting you, make money, you spend it unnecessarily, no discipline. At the end of the day, that person will not achieve much. But there is energy of discipline, structure, as well as destiny direction that is released on this particular time. Again, it governs emotions, family, inner healing, and so on and so forth. Job 22:28 say, you shall declare a thing here on earth, and it shall be established in heaven. What you declare now governs your January to December this 2026. That is why this 4 days prayer I'm talking about is very, very cardinal, because it's an opportunity to make decrees, to do some spiritual directions that will take you to another realm of supernatural manifestation. And this particular prayer is starting from January 17th, because you know that the portal of the moon opens from a day before and becomes clearly on the 18th. Though you know, I have already told you that moon normally appear at the back of the sun. Whether you see moon that day or you don't see, unlike full moon that comes very clearly, the most important thing is the energy we are talking about. So we have next 17, and then 18, the portal of 19 begins to open, and 19 it becomes very clear, and then we also connect 20 when it is closing, so that we will not miss anything. So day one, what do you do? That is what I call the day of alignment. You must start with spiritual cleansing, because spiritual cleansing is just like the same way you appear before God to ask for mercy of anything you have done, and then before you ask for anything you want, because if you don't ask for mercy, you may have done one or two things, and it may be a hindrance. Likewise, spiritually, there is what is called spiritual law, and this spiritual law intertwine with natural laws. When we break certain natural laws unknowingly, it doesn't matter whether we know or not, it blocks our manifestation or getting whatever we want in the spiritual. That is why we must start with cleansing, because this day we need to clear old energy from 2025, because I told you that new moon is actually the day spiritually year started officially. So we clears all the energy, all the old energy from 2025, and position ourselves for release. So this spiritual bath, we are going to do it all through for 4 good days. What do you need to do it? Just either a handful of miracle leaves. If you don't have miracle leaf, you can use handful of basil leaves, or you can actually use handful of saint leaf or bitter leaf. Any of this leaf is okay. The second item you need is just a spoon of original farm-made honey on each, because each bath is going to take place in the morning. You will put your water out in the evening and use it in the morning. And then you need 7 pieces of countable sea salt, or half spoon of a powdered sea salt, depending on what you have. And then you also need powdered cinnamon, as well as a stick cinnamon. And then you also need your bay leaves. And then how are you going to do this spiritual work is very, very important. You will first of all wash your leaf very well with salt and water, and then put it inside the full bucket of water you are going to use to bathe. On the 17th evening, carry that water outside and leave it there overnight. That is if you are living where it is convenient, but where it is not convenient, you just soak it in the night or use rainwater or seawater to soak it, anyone that is available to you. But where you don't have any of this water, no problem, wash it very well and soak it inside enough water that is enough for you to bath. Put it around your back on anywhere that the position of moon is coming in your house. Keep it there and then leave it. When it is daybreak, you will now pour that water and the leaf inside the pot, your pot that you might have separated for spiritual use, and boil it. If possible, try to mash the leaf for the color to come out. Then when you boil it like 5 to 10 minutes, because if you mash the leaf, the color will change fast. But if you did not mash, you can boil 10 to 15 minutes, and then you sieve out that water inside a bucket for you to bathe and leave the leaves. You can use the leaf all through, and then put a spoon of a kind of original farm-made honey that is not diluted, and put your 7 pieces of countable sea salt or quarter spoon of powdered sea salt, and then put your a spoon, small ice cream spoon of a cinnamon powder, and then put your right middle finger and pray what you want, your intention. Before then, you would have written your intention on 7 different bay leaves, because let's assume that your intention is 7. But if it is 3, it's okay. If it is 2, it's okay. If it is 1, then let it not be more than 7. So when you now put it, you put your right middle finger, pray everything you want God to do for you. One, that you must receive enough money on 19. That intention is a must for you. Then every other intention, maybe you need healing, you need visa, contract, to get married, it depends on you. After you have written it, all you need to do is write it as simple as possible, and then make sure you get bay leaf that is clean. It's not the one that is full of turn edges. Bay leaf that is bold and clean like this. You now write your name, maybe in the front. If it's not as big as this, you turn the back and write your intention, marriage breakthrough or marriage settlement. Then you write money, you write visa, depending on what you want, up to 7. And then immediately after your bath, carry that particular leaf and then light your white candle if possible, because that is the best, and use scissors to hold it. Begin to burn it one after the other, thanking God that he has sent you money from expected and unexpected sources. He has given you what you want, and so on and so forth. Then on 18th, being the next day, if you wish, in the night, you can boil that same leaf and add all these things and bath. But it is morning that is morning bath that is compulsory, or you bath any other bath of your choice. It depends on you. And then after you have bath in that night, you carry your cinnamon stick, light your candle. You don't need to finish. Even 1 candle can be enough for throughout the ritual, because immediately after that burning, you now use your hand and then quench the candle without blowing it outrightly. You begin to boil. Cinnamon stick do what I call do as I say tips. So whatever it is that you have written, as you are mentioning all of them, you manifest. Oh God, the creator of the universe, I thank you because of the energy you have packaged in the cinnamon. I made more than 4 comprehensive video, like a expository video about cinnamon and how it is documented in the Bible. If you need it, call my attention, because we Christians tend to a kind of call everything witchcraft. When God called me, told me that Christians are his headache. That is them he want me to minister to. That's why it seems that I'm emphasizing Christian. That was my assignment anyway. So you now be burning it, let the Samuel be circulating and say, oh God, I thank you because you are sending me money from expected and unexpected sources. I thank you because my marital partner is showing up. I thank you because my visa is getting approval. I thank you because you are clearing this debt for me. Thank you because I am healed of this particular disease. I thank you because I'm protected from 9th to December. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, and covered by the blood of Jesus, depending on what you want. Then after you've done that, remember that during that battle, your main prayer will be Psalm 51. Read it all through, that God will purge you from every sin, every kind of impediment, so that nothing will hinder your prayer. Because believe me, you cannot pour new blessings into an unprepared vessel. You are like preparing your vessel. That's why Bible said in Psalm 51, in particular verse 7, purge me with hyssop and I shall be clean. So that your bathing is like your leaves, hyssop leaf that you are using. And remember, you don't use soap, you don't use sponge, you don't towel your body. All those water will dry in your body. If your body is dirty, you can bath your normal bath before that spiritual bath. Then day 2, which is January 18, is the day I call the day of destiny reset. It is called yearly programming. That particular day is the new moon. So that is the most spiritually sensitive. You notice that I've shared with you that this bath start officially on that particular 18, so you can do it morning and night. And then from that January 18 to 20th is the same bath. There is no two ways about it, no controversial point. Why you light your candle in particular 18, be saying every door ordained for me in 2026 open, every delay programmed against me break in Jesus name. The Bible says in Revelation 3 verse 7, he opens and no one shuts. Just as like a software can determine how a phone functions, that is how what you do in this January 18th can program your entire year. So you must be very, very careful about it. Then the 3, which is January 19th, the day money is shared spiritually, it is, I'll call it February access. If you must access enough money on February, you will need to get enough from January 19th. So this is the day of financial portion. This is the day financial portion is assigned for February. Remember Deuteronomy 8:18 said, it is he who gives you power to make wealth. That's to tell you that wealth is a spiritual energy. God empowers you. When you make that wealth, it manifests physically. So it is a day of money activation work. So you have to place a small amount of money under the white candle as you stand that white candle. Let's say in Nigeria here, our smallest paper currency is 50 naira. Can just place it and pour a kind of small cinnamon powder lightly on it, and then stand that white candle on top of that money with cinnamon powder on it and declare, every money assigned to my name for February and beyond, locate me in Jesus' name. And then you now pray as the candle is burning and you are putting your cinnamon stick. You can even get 4 cinnamon sticks for that day, morning and night, or only a kind of night is when you burn it, or just this one will be enough. You quench it, but make sure you touch it to water so that not keep it where it will burn something. Oh. And then as you are burning it, you begin to thank God that you are going to testify, because unexpected money is going to locate you, that jobs you have applied for, that situations relating to money will locate you, jobs you have applied for will get approval, contract will open for you, help will come from unexpected sources for you, money will move spiritually before it appears physically. So you have to pray seriously, because this money is not that it's magic. It can appear by increase in sale. You notice that goods that has been in your shop you have never sold before will be sold, and then people that are owing you which you think that is bad debt is a recoverable debt from debtors, debt that you think you cannot recover again, suddenly may call you up and pay you. A relative who's supposed to even do Christmas for you or New Year, who forgot about you, will suddenly remember you, call you and send you money. It can come in different ways. It depends on God, but your own is to pray. If there is a man to pray, there is God to answer. Your own is to pray what you want. Then day 4, which is January 20th, I call it the day of sealing and manifestation. This day locks everything in. You need to read on that day Philippians 1 verse 6. He who began a good work in me will complete it. So the final action you are going to do, you repeat the same bath, light your candle once, speak your intention clearly, and then basically thank God that he has already given you everything you want. You declare that this 2026 I enter with new doors, marriage, favor, healing, visa, jobs, contract. Oh God, thank you for answering me depending on the exact intentions you have written, because spiritual law says this: what is spoken consistently becomes your reality, because your subconscious will absorb it, and definitely it will manifest to your reality. So make this final declaration with me, and remember, there is a mathematical, scientific, spiritual, all-round proof that whatever that is written down comes to pass. You have to write it in the comment section. Declare, I will not beg in 2026. I will not be delayed in 2026. Every door assigned to me, open now in Jesus' name. By God's grace, you will see all doors fling open for you. So my dear, if you find this particular video helpful, don't forget to share this video to at least 3 people. Your miracle is cardinal to this sharing. Believe me, share this video and you will surely get a surprise, because I know the God I serve. He says, let it be an abomination unto him that he will not honor those that honors him. And spiritually, we attract what we are and not what we want. So what you activate for others returns to you. So if you have not actually subscribed to this channel, why not subscribe, hit the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. Comment on this video, share it widely to everyone. I shall be helping lots and lots of people. As you do so, may God bless you. So with this, I say enjoy your day. Bye bye.